Hi, this is Wayne from Inkish, and we're here at Printing United in very sunny Orlando. I now have a pleasure to talking to a guy that I've known probably for over 20 years, Wayne Morgan.
Hi Wayne, nice to meet you.
Really good to see you.
A brace of Waynes.
Exactly,
Yeah.
two Waynes don't make a right.
Yeah, that's
Is that-
right. yeah.
So you're the owner of Press Exchange.
Yes, I am.
It's
yeah.
been quite a journey. I mean, we first met when you worked on Print Week and I was on
That's right.
IPEX. I mean, and here we are, 20 odd years later.
Well, I'm probably a relative newbie to this industry still. So I didn't join the printing industry until about 2007, when I
Right.
first joined Print Week.
Right, okay.
And prior to that, I've been working in some of the largest newspaper groups and magazine groups in the world, doing advertising and marketing and learning to be a publisher before I joined Print Week
Right.
and into this sector, which I'm thankful to still be in.
Yeah,
Well, why would
exactly.
you leave it?
Why would you leave it?
Exactly.
Why would you leave it? So when you was working on Print Week, you was part of the purchase of Press Exchange.
That's right, yeah. So I'm a .com specialist, really, if you want to keep it simple. So rather than paper media, doing all the internet stuff. And my remit when I joined Print Week was to get them up into to create a digital strategy for Print Week and its publishing. And on day one, my boss said to me, you need to go down to Tower Bridge in London and buy pressexchange.com
Right.
for the company.
So how long did they run it at Haymarket?
I ran it for about 5 years
Right.
at Haymarket, very successfully, very successful business within Haymarket, fantastic complement to all of the magazines that we had all around the world.
Yeah.
Because the thing about pressexchange.com, it's global. So Print
Right.
Week is a UK-focused magazine, and Press Exchange is a registered platform, and it's global. We have users from every country in the world. So
Right.
Haymarket were able to use that to help with Drucker Median in Germany and
Yeah.
ProPrint in Australia and Print Week India. So
Yeah.
it's really good fun. It's a fantastic product to work on.
It is. I mean, I'm very familiar with it because I come from a used machinery background
That's
myself
right.
as well, So for those that are not familiar with Press Exchange,
Yeah.
maybe just talk a little bit about what it is, what it does and what it offers.
It's a rather simple proposition. We do two things on pressexchange.com. So it's a marketplace for used printing equipment. So our community, the printers, we're helping them find the equipment that they need all over the world.
Right.
And then our sellers, predominantly machinery dealers, they are listing that equipment all over the world, and we're like the dating agency that brings the two of them together.
Yeah, yeah.
So, we're helping find buyers and sellers. And then the other role that we have a CRM called Extenso, along with another marketplace called PressCity.com. And the role of Extenso is to make people's lives easier. So we do two things. We help find buyers and sellers and make lives easier. And we don't stray from that remit. That's all we do. Yeah.
So if I'm a PSP and I'm looking for a press, and let's say I'm based in the US,
Yeah.
I mean, do you do buyer to seller to buyer, or is it all dealers?
There are very few end users will sell or advertise their presses on Press Exchange, because you have to understand, to sell a press and export it somewhere in the world takes a lot of experience and skill. Printers are brilliant at printing and creating, graphic media. But the dealers, that's where they come into their own. So dealers don't just sell the press; it's that whole end to end. When I say end to end, we're talking around the world in a container on a ship. And then getting that installed and then making sure that it works, and then the after care and service that's required for that.
Right.
So for a printer to do that, that's a big ask. So most of the machines are listed by dealers.
Right. Okay. And predominantly offset.
No, not at all. So the majority of the equipment that we have is finishing.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, we do. But that of course, because there's more pieces of equipment.
Yeah.
But the big heavy metal stuff, offset presses and the web presses. But we're also getting more digital presses.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
Yeah.
Is the digital market creeping in now for used presses?
It is. It's almost feels like a natural evolution that's happening on Press Exchange. It's not. We can't really drive that.
No.
That's down to the market.
Yeah.
But that we are seeing more digital activity.
But is there a used market for digital presses? I mean, their residual values. I mean,
Well, it's
there
complicated.
are a lot of electronics, isn't there?
That's right. So we're trying to understand that ourselves. And our traditional dealers that might shift the heavy metal, some of them are having. Some of these presses are fantastic. Digital offset presses.
Yeah.
So they are creeping in more and more. So the question is there a market? there's a market for new ones.
Yeah, yeah.
So, what
Yeah.
happens down the line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's the future? Because I know you're developing all the time. You were talking about Extenso.
Yeah.
And I understand that you also now offer a website service for dealers that have signed up with you.
Yeah, so with Extenso as a CRM at the centre of the dealer's workflow and what they're
Right.
doing, it of course has strands off to other things. So advertising with us, advertising with our competitors, they have their own website which we can power for them, and then of course they've all gathered incredible amounts of email data over the years because they have such fantastic relationships,
Yeah.
very well known people. So they service their own customers and potential customers with email data about what
Right,
they have
okay.
available. So we help power that as well. So we're an ESP,
Yeah.
email service provider as well,
Right.
which we all power with Amazon.
Right,
We're
okay.
AWS stacked.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I mean, at any one time, how many machines you reckon you've got listed on Press Exchange?
Around about 5,000, I would
Right,
say,
really?
active in the market. There's also a plethora of machines that are inside Extenso that aren't published.
Right. Okay.
Because everyone's got tactics
Yeah,
when it comes to
exactly.
their marketing,
Yeah.
and you decide which place you advertise the machines.
And can you?
So
can,
tens of thousands of machines in Extenso.
Right.
Mm.
But can you monitor buying trends then? In which case, can you? If we was to ask, what Heidelberg
Yes.
B2 presses
We do.
are selling the most, you can actually get those stats.
We do. So the analytics, which we'll be calling Exact,
Right.
with inside Extenso, those analytics tell us we know what everyone is looking for. Because
Yeah.
the other important thing is that when people come to Press Exchange, printers come to Press Exchange, they know the machine they're looking for.
Right.
It's not like when you're buying a car and you can make it,
Yeah.
I want a 4x4, which one do I want? They pretty much know what they're looking for because they have a
Right.
job for it.
Yeah.
So when we look at those trends across the whole marketplace, we can see which presses or pieces of finishing equipment, any type of equipment, we can see the ones that people are most looking for, where the demand is.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, I am familiar with it. It's a fantastic tool, and I urge people that are looking to go and find your pressexchange.com.
Well, all we're trying to do is help people. We make lives easier. That's it. Thanks, Wayne.
As ever, great to see you.
Cheers. Thank you
for your
very
time.
much.